handle the truth.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a good day. I want to talk about something a little bit different, kind of connected to the stuff about the smart dust. Now, as I mentioned, this smart dust is collecting all the information, data. It can even see your eyes, make our imprints of your retina. Did y'all know that they don't no longer need your fingerprints per se? They can take a photograph and digital image of your fingerprints, of your iris, and even of your brain waves, make a digital image of this and recreate it as an exact model, exact replica of it. Your fingerprints can be digitized and placed anywhere else. Your retina imprints can be used also in other places that retina as a recognition system. So all this stuff, even your facial, guys, you know this is all digital information. So this is why I was telling you about the smart dust is really just alarming what it is and everything like that. Right now, just everything you do, you're being made copies of. Even as you talk, your voice prints is digitized. Your biometric information is digitized. So everything about you now is digitized because of all this stuff. As you know, it's connected to, or you should know, it's connected to the cell towers, the 5G towers, which is now 6G and moving on up to 10G, as I had mentioned earlier in the other video. So, this is all being collected. And you know that there's a big push of putting these new data centers, the new AI data centers, as they might put them out there. And so they're building these up. So this information is going to go to these data centers. What's inside of these data centers, aside from the mechanics of it and everything like that, is a bunch of servers. All right. I'm getting to a point here about the cloud. So all these servers at these data centers are collecting all this information to be sent to them, and it's being sent to servers. Well, what are these servers to serve? Just like employers and employees and all that, where do they go to? All right, I'm sorry, I got mixed up, but these servers serve something. Well, we say it's artificial intelligence, and that's kind of a general scope of things, but in actuality, where is this information being stored at, guys? And not all this information can be stored. All these minuscule pieces of information, every time you blink, every time you swallow, every time you eat, all this information about you and everybody else in the world is being stored. It cannot be stored in these data centers, okay, guys? These are just processing centers, in my opinion, okay? And I'm getting to this. So, all this information is being gathered and it's got to go somewhere. Okay, these servers serve it up to something, just like the server at your restaurant. Your server brings you food. All right, you see, you get the idea. So you kind of wondered about this. So I got to think about this, guys, and I kind of accidentally found on. This is how things come to me, guys. I start thinking about something, then something is showed to me, given to me, or whatever, and then I see it. Well, as we know, guys, we've been told forever and ever. Ever since we started having radio signals, that they're going in outer space forever and ever, right? All over the place. Everything that's ever been electronically transferred, just put it that way, with radio signals, radio waves, magnetic waves, microwaves, all this information, even light rays, supposed to be going out into the space forever and ever and ever, guys. Well, that's kind of odd because we're not getting anything in, okay? Y'all think about this. This is supposed to be a barrier between us and outer space, the atmosphere, right? Whatever, indicate like this. So our information is going out into space, but nothing from space really is coming in, as we're told. We had to put satellites up here to see stuff in space, right? That's what they tell us, kind of. We've got big telescopes floating around and satellites and gathering information and everything that transmits back to Earth, which is come through in radio waves. So I'm getting to a point here, guys, is they got this big barrier, this big dome, or whatever you want to call it, around Earth, and they say that our signals that we create here are primitive radio signals that we create here is going in space all over the place, but nothing is coming in unless it's directed in. I kind of find this hard to believe, guys, because, I don't think our stuff is going out in space like they're telling us. I really don't. Because if there's a barrier up there that's preventing stuff to come in, Well, that works in reverse on stuff going out. If you know, it's like aluminum foil. Both sides keeps the stuff from going through, right? Anything else like that, it's insulation. So if that's the case, then all these radio signals, microwave signals, light signals, and all these other frequencies is bouncing around in our atmosphere. Everything is being bounced around inside of our atmosphere, available for anybody to get with the right equipment, the right knowledge, and the right connections. So where is these data centers uploading, if you will, their information to? Well, to the cloud. Where is the cloud? Well, it's right above your head, guys. It's in our atmosphere. Remember, they told us that these radio signals, even from the days in the telegraph days, even before that, that these signals and voices are being heard from the past and everything else like that is because these signals, these energies are being bounced around inside of our atmosphere forever and ever. That's why they say they can look back in time with this device that the Vatican has. And other people have talked about this, being able to see into the past. It's because these signals are being bounced around inside of our atmosphere. They're not going to fuck into outer space. All right, plain and simple. Our cloud is our atmosphere. And that's why they can store all this damn information forever and ever in there. Because you just got to have the right equipment, the right antenna, and the right knowledge, and therefore you got it. Hope you'll have a groovy day. Later, taters.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.